How does making your pitch more human help you succeed? Well, I've seen exactly how in the last 4 weeks. I've been coaching over 80 startups in one-to-one sessions, reviewing their pitches for demo days and big events. And here's the one big difference between the winners and the overlooked. Almost every pitch I see today is well structured. It's hitting all the beats that investors or competition juries are looking for. Yet almost every pitch is lacking one thing, and that's the human touch. A rational story about the pain, the product, the market size, the competition, all of that, it's fine. It ticks all the boxes. But the thing that can turn a good pitch into a great story that draws people in like a magnet, it's the human touch. Telling something about real people that touches the heart as well as the mind. And here are 3 ways to make your pitch a human story. Human touch number 1. Why are you doing this? Why did you choose to do something so difficult as starting your own company? Whenever I ask this question to someone I'm coaching, everything changes. Founders who have scowled in concentration through our entire session, they start talking about themselves, about their original drive to get started. They tell their origin story. And you know what happens? They light up. Why? Because when we talk about our motivations, we go back to our values, what we stand for. And this is the core of every entrepreneur. Your values are at the heart of the decision to start a company. As soon as we talk about why we do things, we become more animated. Our eyes get bigger, we gesture more with our hands, we smile, we even get emotional, and we communicate in a different way. Don't be afraid to add that turning point in your life, which caused you to take this path. You'll tell the story in a different way, and we as the audience, we feel connected to your journey. I have one powerful example for you. One of the founders I coached recently is Anirudh Rajesh. He's founder of a startup called Ice2Arium. Now, he's working on a technical solution to extract fresh water out of seawater, and he's come up with solutions that use 5 times less energy than current options. That's pretty inspiring, right? But wait until you hear his answer to the "why are you doing this?" question. He told me, "Where I grew up in India, we were only able to access fresh water for 2 hours per day. I grew up with water scarcity, and I know what it's like to have to think carefully every time you use water. I'm working to make sure that that doesn't happen to hundreds of millions of people." Wow. As he told me this, it was literally like a magnet, drawing me into the business, willing him on to succeed. Honestly, I found myself moving closer to the screen. Now, with that story, Anirudh proved to me he's the real deal, driven by a real purpose that deeply matters to him. Of course, not everyone has such a deep reason for why they founded their company. Sometimes it's simply, I was frustrated with this thing. I looked for a solution, couldn't find it, and decided to fix it myself. It can be as simple or as deep as it actually is. Just make sure that you connect to the real reason you're doing this, and you'll connect with your audience in a different way. Let's go to human touch number 2. Make the pain human. Yes. Tell about the zillion tons of waste created every year, or so many million people grappling with this problem. I'm a big fan of quantifying and being specific, but how about first telling one person's story? What they struggle with on a Monday morning, how much time is lost, extra cost or material waste that they're experiencing, how much every week, every month, every year. Then connect that person to the bigger picture. And they're just one of X million people around the world suffering with this problem, with this waste, this cost, this whatever that pain is that you're describing. That way you make it human and small first, helping the listener to understand it. And then you draw the connection with the bigger opportunity, which is what investors are looking for. Now, if you've experienced the pain yourself, tell that. I've heard lawyers telling about how they get frustrated with admin, or doctors fed up with note-taking. I've seen a logistics specialist who is really done with sending empty trucks up and down Europe. They all came with solutions to problems that they had experienced, and they told their personal story. That is a human way to bring that message. Investors and customers love it when you tell how you scratch your own itch. It shows you deeply understand the problem as a person, and you're truly driven to solve it successfully. However you approach it, make the pain about real people experiencing real problems. And here's the killer step to making the story magnetic. Human touch number 3. The hugely underrated quality of enthusiasm. Yes, it can be that simple, because most people are just like you, pitching a story they've told dozens of times, and most people are telling it as if it's the 1000th time they've pitched it. It's easy to lose connection with the content when you deliver the same pitch again and again and again. But here's the challenge. This audience have never heard this story before, and we need to bring it as if it's the first time we've told it. But how do you do this? Well, simple. Get reconnected with the content. Read your story over and ask yourself, what's your message? Which words and sentences really count? What do you bring to your customers? What change happens for them? Why does that matter? What's the coolest thing about your product? Remember what it felt like when you made that first sale, or first launched a new product, or you raised your first investment, and tell the audience why you're excited about this business, why you think this is a great proposition for them. Because if you're not excited, why should they be? The human touch. Make the pain human, show your enthusiasm, and tell why you're doing this. You'll stand out, and that means your chances of your pitch creating more interest from customers and investors will multiply right up. And if this pitch gets you a meeting with an investor, you'll want to make sure that meeting goes well. So watch this video and see how to massively increase your chances of success in that meeting.